It's a rainbow colors, that's right.
There's something black.
No, there's no black in a rainbow. You're right.
And that has the wrong colors.
You know what? Maybe we should get rid of this.
No, it's fine.
Okay, well, we could put it in here. We could put it in here. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll put it in here. And then do the magic words?
Yeah, so we
Okay,
can
we'll
see
put
if we
it
can make
right
it
in there.
Then everything else is like orange.
Abracadabra? Let's put it out of the bottom?
No, pull it out of the
Oh,
bottom.
there's nothing there.
See?
You know what? Maybe I should just take the top off and see what happens.
No, I don't want this yellow.
Oh, you mean I shouldn't go like that? Everyone, give our handsome Prince Lance a big round of applause for making these beautiful flowers for us. Now, princesses. Everyone, sit on your bottom. Who likes prizes? Oh, good, because I brought some prizes for everyone in a little goodie bag to take home, but you have to win them. So, I want everyone to sit on your bottom and listen carefully, because one of my very favorite stories is the story of the Frog Prince.
Mine too.
But I tell the story of the Frog Prince differently than most people.
How do I make magic?
You see, once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess, like Princess Meli. She lived in a beautiful castle, and up the road lived another castle where a prince lived. But the prince was a very rude prince. He was very, very nasty to everybody. And he really didn't like anyone. Well, the handsome prince, one day, he did something bad. Yeah. The royal sorcerer, who made cookies for the prince magically every day. Well, the royal sorcerer said, you know, that prince is so mean. Every day, bless you, every day I make him cookies and he never says thank you and he never says please. He always says, give me my cookies. And then takes them and runs away. Well, that's so rude.
Not focus filling at all.
So the royal sorcerer said, I know how to fix that rude prince. So he waved his magic wand and turned the prince into a frog. Until he learned his lesson and learned how to have good manners. Well, the prince was used to living in a castle, but frogs don't live in castles. Where do frogs live?
In the pond.
In the pond, exactly. Well, the prince didn't like living in the pond. It was cold, it was dark, it was wet, and it was smelly. Well, the prince was very unhappy living in the pond, but he didn't know what to do. Well, then one day, the beautiful princess who lived in the castle next door came walking by the pond. She was playing with her favorite toy, a beautiful golden ball that was a gift from her father, the king. But the princess was a little careless with her toys. She dropped the beautiful golden ball, and it rolled all the way down into the pond and went splash, and sank to the bottom. Well, the princess was very upset. You know what she did? Well, the frog living in the pond heard the princess crying. He swam to the top and he said, Princess, what's the problem? Well, the princess said, I lost my beautiful golden ball in your pond. The frog said, that's no problem. I can get it back for you. I'll swim to the bottom of the pond and bring it back. But you have to do me a favor. You have to give me a cookie. Well, the princess didn't have any cookies with her, but she really wanted her golden ball back from the bottom of the pond. So the princess did something a princess should never do. The princess told a lie. She said, "Of course I'll give you a cookie if you get my golden ball back." Well, the frog was very happy. Because remember, he'd been living in the pond for a while and eating nothing but bugs. Blech. So the frog prince swam to the bottom of the pond, picked up the beautiful golden ball, and brought it to the princess. But when the princess got her beautiful golden ball back, she laughed at him and ran away back to her castle. Well, because she didn't have a cookie to give him. And the poor frog, oh, he was very sad. Well, that night, the princess was having dinner with her father, the king, when all of a sudden, there was a knock at the door. Who do you think it was? The frog, that's right. He hopped all the way to the castle. And he told the king all about what the princess had done. Well, the king said, a princess should never tell a lie. So the king invited the frog to have dinner with the princess. And the frog sat on the princess's very own chair. And he ate of the princess's very own plate. And at the end of dinner, the frog remembered why he was a frog and not a prince anymore. Because he had no manners. So he said, "Thank you, princess, for the delicious chocolate chip cookies and the delicious dinner." Well, being polite broke the spell. And the frog turned back into the world's most handsome prince. And the prince and the princess lived happily ever after. Now, who knows how to tell the difference between a frog and a prince? You do? Oh, good, because I just happen to have 3 frogs.
Oh, I did one of these things before, and I think one of them is like squeaking.
Exactly. Now, princess, sit right down. There you go. One of these frogs talks. No, not that one. No, not that one. It must be this one. Now, if I mix all of the frogs up, do you think you could find this frog again? Okay, if you can find him, everyone will get a goodie bag to go home with. Are you ready? Because I'm going to mix them up. Keep an eye. You're trying to find this